I was the guy that before my wife met me, I'd have multiple girlfriends and tell them about each other. And
oh my God.
I was not a great guy.
That is Cody Johnson, and I know what you're thinking. How in the world does he go from that to this?
Oh, with you, I am.
A little old school there. I hope his longtime fans appreciate that because there's more coming. In fact, if you've followed CoJo for the last 20 years, I think you'll love this video. And if you're new, I think you're gonna learn a little bit more about what makes the man tick. Cody likes to say that when he met his wife, he saw the light and ran towards it, but that's not the full story.
She knew she married an outlaw.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Let's just say Brandi had some help. In fact, I think I found a video that gets to the essence of who Cody is as a singer, songwriter, husband, father, and American. We loved on Zach Top during our last Secret History of Country Music video, and you all said, "Give me Cody Johnson next," so cue that intro music and enjoy the secret history of Cody and Brandi Johnson's love story. I said cue the music! Cody Johnson boilerplate. He's from Sebastopol, Texas, a town within Huntsville in East Texas. His parents were Carl and Sheila, and the family didn't have a ton of money growing up, but he got a teacher to help him enter a bull riding competition and fell in love with the sport. Because he wasn't all that good at it, he took a job as a prison warden after school. I sort of nerded out on this detail. I don't know. It never really seemed to fit to me until I learned that Huntsville is a prison town. So, like his dad, he took a job at the John Wynn Maximum Security Men's Prison where he oversaw chain gangs.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Okay, it was probably a little different than that, but I kind of love that movie, so. Cody kept bull riding, which was hard, and among his many injuries is this crazy eye thing he can do. I'm just gonna let him explain.
I got hit really hard.
Does it still make a noise?
No, well, yeah, it kind of does every now and then. But so I've had to have surgery on my right sinus cavity because of that. They said that that's what basically gave it a 90-degree. I didn't break a tooth. I had a black eye, but I didn't break anything. And I wondered, how I wasn't dead because we went head to head with this bull and knocked me out. Pretty funny video.
Is it on YouTube?
No, that's for my personal collection.
These years were the fighting years. Think age 17 to his early 20s, broken legs, ribs, hearts. Don't forget about what he said about having girlfriends all over town.
I've fought my way out of a few bars. I mean, I used to ride bulls, and so it was pretty rough. Like, we would drive to a completely different town just because we got a phone call and somebody wanted to fight. So we're out doing it, I mean, and we've had instances where even when we moved to the buses, it's like we've been loading out and people start fights, or we've had guns pulled and all kinds of, people say, what's it like playing honky tonks first instead of getting a record deal? And I'm like, it's rough. It's rough. It's exactly what it sounds like.
You get the idea, right? So, when does Brandi enter the picture?
Before I met my wife, I was not a good kid. I'd fight you in an instant and cuss you out. And
A little bit of a hellraiser?
Oh, a little bit's an understatement. That was pretty wild. But I talk about that plan that God has, and when I met her, everything changed.
That's not entirely true. Cody was 21 when they met, but the origin of their relationship goes back to when he was 17 and she was 14. Don't worry, it's not weird. I absolutely love this story that Brandi tells. During the Dare Rodeo documentary, she recalls seeing him perform live at her high school when she was a freshman. Both were FFA kids, and Cody's band of teenagers would do the local circuit.
My girlfriends and I sat front row underneath the stage where he was so cute and so talented, and I remember he had a broken leg. I know now that's from riding bulls.
It's not really clear where they first met for real, but things didn't start to click until Brandi was 18. They were at the same bar and they met up, and he said, "Hey, can I call you?" And she said, "Sure, heck, let's just move in together." Okay, it wasn't like that, but a month after that meetup, they were living together. A year later, they were engaged, and a year after that, they were married, eventually starting a family of 2, soon to be 3 kids. This is about the time that his career took a turn.
I was looking at the McDonald's and not really having money to go buy food. That happened. That was real. It makes it a lot sweeter now.
There's one more person I need to introduce you to that's sort of weaved in and out of Cody's life for decades. In fact, in a strange kind of way, he's sort of responsible for Cody meeting Brandi and all the great music that we've gotten since. Quick poll, What is Cody Johnson's best song? I've listed 4 of them here, but you can choose another in the comments section below if you'd like. Okay, here he is. His name is Larry Fortenberry, and he was a teacher at Cody's high school, and he was in charge of the FFA. It was Mr. Fortenberry who helped Cody get involved with bull riding, but he did something else.
Mr. Fortenberry pulled me aside and he's like, all right, you're going to start a band. You're going to start a band and you're going to play for the FFA talent team because you've got it in you. And I said, I didn't want to. And he said, well, I don't really care what you want. I see something in you.
Now before that, Cody was musical. His Uncle Ed encouraged him to play guitar, his dad played piano, and both of his parents made him learn how to harmonize before he learned how to sing lead. Ray Benson, Marty Stewart, and Southern Gospel were what he learned growing up, but it wasn't until high school that it started to click. Cody graduated from Groverton High School in 2005, and by 2011 he had his first Texas radio #1 with this song.
The preacher gives a sermon, says pay your tithes, pray for it.
Fun fact, the piano player in those early days, it was Carl Johnson, Cody's dad. Can you imagine being on stage to watch your son thrill a live audience and then meet the love of his life on the same night? I mean, talk about a proud dad moment. There is so much more that I could pack into this video, including the near-fatal airplane incident that inspired one of his greatest performances on a song ever. That story is just chilling, but I think I'm just going to drop it in the description section below because I want to share another video. This was 2020, and Cody was being honored by Mr. Fortenberry in his old high school, and he says something that in my mind explains everything. You'll need to turn up the audio a little bit, but it's worth it.
The things that we see on television now as an adult, I didn't experience growing up here in this school. Within the walls of this school, we were all one, and everyone was treated the same. And I think there was a purity to that lasted. You talk about a foundation that sticks with you. It lasted all the way through my career because I never saw anything other than good people or bad people that want to drag you down.
I'm Billy Dukes for Taste of Country. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing.
Why'd you quit?
I had to make money. I wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
I just wasn't good enough. I can team rope okay. I ride a cutting horse really well. There's some ranch rodeo events that I'm funny, at 31 years old, I'm finding out stuff that I'm good at, which is like really rare. But I just wasn't good enough. I have guys that are still in the PBR and still in the PRCA that, I saw growing up. We rode at the same rodeos and they're world champions and I'm not. And I think I've learned more about pride and maturity by just admitting it. Now, say I won't, and I will. Say I can't, and I will, but I was not world champion material.